people come from is someone put me on a list, and it's like there are mentalities like, how dare you act, you know, how dare you turn your back. But it's more like, it's less of a turning a back, it's more like I actually can't function around certain people. I'm not sure if it's a weird energy. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I'm actually normal, nice, sane, professional, but in the presence of certain types of people. And there are people who avoid, say, government-minded people like the plague. It's possible that my mind is so much in a certain category that I'm so much about peace and not creating trouble and so forth and so on, that being around certain people who orchestrate, provoke, poke and prod, and so forth and so on, that actually like causes very bad reactions in my world. And at some point it's like, I cannot be around these people. So it's in that realm, whatever I was talking about there. Sorry, I got not. Here at Independence Mall, kind of lost my thoughts for a minute. A couple people around. This President Biden showed up to this section one year. This is after the pandemic, like 2021 or 2022, and he had a special dedication, or I don't know what it was, over here in this section of Independence Mall. So this is really the most southern edge of Independence Mall. Creeping up on Washington Square. Or is Washington Square creeping up on us? Good question. The Eternal Flame is located in Washington Square. It's a very beautiful square. I remember when I was walking dogs over here that I would walk through the square and just think, wow, it looks so picturesque, like a portrait or a painting. The trees are mammoth. It has a more stately feeling. Rittenhouse Square, where I live, has a more artsy, bohemian-ish, albeit it seems moneyed. It depends on how long you've been here, what you see. And the places I've been, you know, it's like, it is an illusion on some level. Anyway, I see a Canadian flag all the way up in the St. James building, the high-rise up the other end here. But it would feel like a portrait walking through here, Eternal Flames in here, Washington Square. This is where the flag, this is where the Pride March will begin. This area here. So we're probably we're on 6th, so it starts right here at Washington Square. So everybody has to go on Washington. So that's, you know, very stately like square. I'm not going to walk through today because I'm leaving it on battery and it's raining. It is a beautiful square with the Eternal Flame at the other end. There. The Eternal Flame would be off in that direction there. Also, I took care of Chase and Jennifer Utley's dog and cat, Jack and Sam. Jack was the pit bull, Sam a cat. And their building actually sits behind the Eternal Flame. In the shorter building, you can kind of see it here off in the distance. That's called the Ayer building, A-Y-E-R. You can't see they don't live there any longer, but where they lived, it was really the southwest corner, 11, 12, 13, 3-story penthouse. So, suite, if you will. So their windows faced west and also south. Mostly west, and then a few, like half of the south side, if you will. So It was a pretty neat condo. It was very quiet, so I appreciated the peace and quiet at that time. This was 2012, 13, was it? I didn't cut, it was 2012, right? Not 11 at all. So they came in somewhere 2012, 13-ish, when, you know, and I think they had their first child during that time period. So there's a lot going on. They eventually would move. They won the World Series in 2008, and Chase Utley was part of that winning group team. And then it took them a while. All right, puddling here. The Eternal Flame is off in the distance there. There's flags up there. That's where Chase and Jen lived before they moved back to LA. They're originally from LA, and Compton was what the phone number would show Compton when it came up on my phone. And they moved back. He signed on with the Dodgers. I felt like he dodged Philadelphia. And this is where the Pride March will begin tomorrow at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock gathering, a special American Indian Lenape tribe blessing or what have you. And then the march, not parade, will begin at 11 from here, and then on up to the neighborhood, which is several blocks away. I only have a little bit of percentage left on my camera, so I may have to turn this off as we exit Washington Square. And there you go. That's the St. James over here. There's a Canadian flag about 5 stories from the top. So have a great weekend. Happy Pride in Philadelphia. It's Pride Month. This would be Pride Weekend for Philadelphia. Other cities will have it at different times. So happy Pride, and I'll see you on the flip side.